This is the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, where every week this brother-sister duo gets together to discuss the box office, latest film and TV scoops, along with our latest movie or show review. This week, 2 shows. And what we're getting into next. We're your host, Cheryl.
And Jay.
All right, so this week we ain't go to the movies.
No, we didn't.
Cheryl couldn't handle Together, although, spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, I read it already.
And Jared couldn't handle Naked Gun.
And Jay was like, I didn't want to see Naked Gun necessarily in the theaters. Like, I'm going to wait till it go on streaming, but it didn't seem like a theater watch to
I don't
me.
want to see it at all. So
Jay said, I'm not sitting through that. So we made a compromise and we watched. We were going to watch Eyes of Wakanda probably anyway. I don't know if it was going to be his own episode, but
it got moved up. So.
It got moved up. They was listening and they knew we needed something. Yep. So we watched Eyes of Wakanda, and then we also got to see the first full episode of Alien Earth.
Yes.
At San Diego Comic-Con, so we're also going to talk about that. So you guys get a little sneak peek of that show that's coming out in a couple weeks. So Jay is on deck for trivia. What you got?
Okay, so this will be Alien trivia, general Alien franchise trivia, because Alien Earth is not out yet, so there is no trivia yet.
Let's skim.
Because nobody knows anything except for us. Right. So this is going to be Alien trivia, Alien 1979, and are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. One particular character in Alien, the original Alien 1979, was not originally planned to be in the film.
Okay.
Who was it?
Bill Paxton.
No, in 79. So this Alien, you're thinking Aliens. We're thinking OG Alien, Ridley Scott. Alien 1.
Wasn't Bill Paxton in that
one? No, that was Aliens. That was when they sent the Colonial Marines.
Oh, right. So first Alien.
The first Alien. The one you watched right before...
Right.
No, the one you watched before
that on
Romulus was Alien.
Right. So Sigourney Weaver?
No.
The guy who played the synthetic?
Yes.
There was a pay... No, I'm making that up. It wasn't like a pay dispute or something, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, maybe, but that wasn't part of the trivia in my question.
Oh, okay.
So, Ash was plays a synthetic and Alien.
Yes.
Originally was not intended to be a character in the film. They weren't added until the film went into production. Originally, the film was just going to focus on a space crew being attacked by an alien that they picked up on a stop somewhere. But during production, Ridley Scott
added the whole synthetic timeline?
Added the synthetic character to the film because they thought it would be a good additional twist to the movie.
That somebody was.
It's crazy because had he not been in the movie, there'd be no franchise.
Right, I was going to say, that's literally like a whole thing.
The only reason this continues forward is because the company sent a robot.
Right.
So,
it's literally the linchpin of the...
So originally it was going to be a sci-fi horror thriller about an alien that was going to be killing a bunch of people on a crew. But the whole side plot about the company sending them intentionally there to get the xenomorph.
And the synthetic having its own mission.
Yeah.
What? Now, this is why when people say everything needs to be written down to the letter before the movie starts, this is another example of not always.
Yeah.
They can work it out later.
So that was part of Ridley Scott's original vision. There were some other interesting facts about the Alien franchise. One of the things is that Ridley was not a fan of his plan was not to stick with the xenomorph. Like his plan was to explore a bunch of other stuff. At one point, he felt like the franchise leaned too heavily on the xenomorph, and he kind of just wanted to do away with the xenomorph altogether.
And just have like different aliens.
He wanted to explore like more things, but the xenomorph became so iconic, and people got stuck to it as like a monster.
Once again. Aliens without the xenomorph.
But when you think about
it's almost like Jurassic Park without
Prometheus and Alien Covenant make much more sense now because that's when he finally came back and it was like significantly less xenomorph in those and more engineered
he was like,
stuff.
I am sick of it. You're not getting it.
It was more Jesus and engineers. So
you're right.
Yeah.
So he got his way eventually.
So
it just took a while.
It's just interesting that.
But you can't put an alien thing out and not have no xenomorph.
Little choices could have affected. We may not have had an alien franchise this far along had he not put Ash in, and had he wanted to stop using the xenomorph.
Somebody must have convinced him, like, just do it one more time. Just do it one more time. Just somebody must convince the other directors, like James Cameron and Matt Reeves. Who did the third one?
Who did the third
Alien movie? That's not Matt Reeves.
The one on the prison?
Yes. Anywho, it would have been interesting if the directors like went ahead and did away with it instead of keeping the xenomorph in.
Yeah, that would make sense. David Fincher.
David Fincher, not Matt Reeves. Sorry.
Yeah, because he also wasn't a fan of the Alien Queen and Aliens.
Interesting.
That was James Cameron's idea. He was like, I did not want to do that.
Somebody fought the good fight, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, this is one of the cases where not sticking with the same director all the way through actually benefited the franchise. Because I can't imagine what kind of changes he would have made by the time we got to Aliens 2.
Right,
Jesus
if the
would have been like, supposed to be the star.
The alien. He'd be like, where's the gooey guy at? This is weird.
And we've seen where Ridley Scott has ended up with some of his most recent films lately. So
yeah,
he don't have it all the way.
Gladiator 2 was not my favorite. Not my favorite work.
It's not.
Of his last duel, skip that.
Maybe the Gladiator 2 should have been directed by. Maybe that should have been directed by James Cameron.
That budget would have been like $500 million. Nah, maybe better movie. I don't know. But anywho,
that is the trivia for this week. Let's get into the rest of the episode.
Welcome to the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, your favorite podcast for movie and TV show news, trailers, and vaguely nerdy topics.
Each week, we dive into the latest film release, talk about the plot, characters, our favorite scenes, and give our rating out of 5 Nicole Kidmans.
Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a hardcore cinephile, we've got something for you. Reviews, news, hot takes, and a few surprises along the way.
So grab your popcorn, open your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and let's roll the reel on this week's latest episode of the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
All right, it was a little light, just a little light.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna complain because we had a long weekend after being at San Diego Comic-Con last week. But we will talk about some Spider-Man news that came out. We got another movie announcement, another sequel that y'all love sequels, so they saying yes more.
Yeah.
So we get another sequel. One car in a trailer park. She lonely, but she in there. And then 2 bites of Bunch Crunch. It's a diet. This week on the Bunch meal. It's the low-fat version of Bunch Crunch. So let's start off at the top. Spider-Man Brand New Day news. Can you feel a brand new day? You think they're going to change that tagline? Or are we sticking with it?
Probably they'll keep it now that they've already entered filming with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Fair. Although Brave New World got changed. And didn't Fantastic Four have a different tagline?
Brave New World got changed because it was originally New World Order, and that was a bad idea anyway.
I feel like Fantastic Four had a different tagline too.
No, it was always Awful First Steps.
Okay. Or maybe it wasn't no tagline and then they added. We were like,
I think that's what it was. It wasn't a tagline.
Brand New Day is okay. It's fine. It reminds me. It reminds me of the Wiz, so it's fine. But we did get, as Jay just said, they just started filming this past week. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, August 1st, apparently is Spider-Man Day. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I just learned that. I was like, oh, that was a day? Of course. Superman has a day. Batman has a day. Why does Spider-Man?
I know N7 Day. That's Mass Effect Day.
Okay. Interesting.
Everybody's got a day.
Everybody's got a day.
Everybody's got a day they follow.
August 1st was Spider-Man Day, and apparently that's also the same day they went to filming. Now, did they time that right? Maybe. Right. I feel like they've been filming. They just told us that they started on Spider-Man Day. Anywho, this movie releases in almost exactly a year, July 31st, 2026. The news that broke this week was that Mark Ruffalo is coming back as Bruce Banner / the Hulk.
That was rumored a while ago, so they finally confirmed it.
Is this the one where he said he wasn't in and then came back? No, he said he was in.
That was no, that was Benedict Cumberbatch with Doomsday and Secret Wars. However, it was rumored.
I feel like Mark slipped something and then was like, "Oh no."
He probably did, but
because he's known for
people were speculating that he might be a professor at Peter's College.
I don't see that
because Peter's supposed to be going to school to get his GED.
You think Bruce chilling out of college teaching?
I mean,
know Bruce is the Hulk.
I could see Bruce as a college professor
because he's one now, right?
Yeah, but what else would he be doing? I mean, well, he's
That's a good question.
No, well, I guess he's back to regular Mark Ruffalo because the last time we saw him was at the end of Shang-Chi, so he can go back and
She-Hulk. Remember?
Was She-Hulk after Shang-Chi?
Oh. Timeline wise, that's
She-Hulk was after Shang-Chi.
So he's like a union
so
now,
he's Smart Hulk now.
Yeah, interesting.
But maybe he can go back and forth. I could see him settling in as a professor because what are the rest of them gonna do?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what he's doing. Yeah. You may bring up a good point of the Shang-Chi after credit scene that has gone nowhere.
Yeah,
so maybe that's coming back up. Anywho, Bruce is back. The Hulk is back. Bruce Hulk is back. And then we also got news that Michael Mondo, who played the Scorpion in the after credit scenes of Homecoming, which I had to go look up because I was like, Scorpion was in Homecoming.
Yeah.
It was after credit scene, y'all. The one where Michael Keaton is in jail.
Yeah.
And somebody comes up to him and is like, yo, I think you know who Spider-Man is. And he was like, no, I don't know who Spider-Man is. He actually does. But anywho, so I don't know where that's going. I don't.
I mean, Spider-Man has a gallery of villains just like Batman.
Okay, so
I'm sure New York prison is just like Arkham.
Yeah, right.
It's
Okay.
just full of people
now,
who hate Spider-Man.
But Homecoming didn't tell us what Scorpion did to get in jail, right? I need to rewatch Homecoming just because it's good.
I don't recall Scorpion appearing in the previous Tom Hollands. I mean,
he was in the after credit scene.
I remember Shocker appearing.
He was only in the after credit scene. That's why you don't remember.
Yeah.
I had to go back and watch the after credit scene to be like, who?
I remember Shocker because that was Bokeem Woodbine.
Yes. Nope, not him.
But he's not coming back.
This is the guy at the end.
Yeah, I remember. Because he was talking to Michael Keaton, but yeah, very interesting.
So
Which you
know
what
how
though?
all three of these.
You know what though?
Yes.
What we learned in Homecoming is that what we learned in Civil War is that Peter Parker was active for quite some time.
True.
So it could be assumed that he took care of Scorpion first.
Spider-Man been doing some things in between all the movies, so that makes logical sense that somebody in jail is now out and wants to get back to him.
Sure.
I don't know where the Hulk fits in. I don't know.
So New Rockstars had posted a synopsis. I'm not sure where they got that from. Maybe it was put in part of the Hollywood Reporter article, but they said that the film would feature Spider-Man, Mark Ruffalo,
yes,
and who we didn't mention yet, John Bernthal's Punisher,
yep,
would be fighting each other before it was revealed who the real villain is.
Oh, they got that from the article. That's at the very end.
Yeah,
and the way it's written though makes it seem like it's an assumption, not a fact. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that could be
because I don't know why they don't know that Peter is Spider-Man anymore because everybody forgot who Peter was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It sounds interesting.
Yeah. Even though Hulk never met Peter, so
he did not. Somebody played the clip from Endgame where. Is it Endgame, Infinity War? One of the two. Where Bruce is kind of like, there's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So, they never met.
And Hulk was absent from Civil War.
Right. So, this will be very interesting because we don't know what Bruce been doing. Scorpion is obviously out of jail.
Well, we do know that he has a son now. Are they going to drag that along?
Somebody said they hope they don't. I did see that.
They may not.
They probably, I think Marvel might just be like not saying certain things anymore and we just supposed to act like they didn't exist. Like Secret Invasion? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So.
Son? Who? I don't know.
If they do decide to keep that, we know he went to space at some point. Now he has a child.
Now he's back.
But if not, then he has a clean slate, I guess.
Child never existed.
I guess he's hanging out with Jennifer every now and then, I guess.
Yeah, like visiting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm very excited about this Spider-Man movie. I did something else that we got about this was, so first on Spider-Man Day, we got an 8-second clip of the suit. It's like very zoomed in and it looks like his webbing is raised. And then today we got a 20-second clip of Tom Holland in the suit. It's very short. He's just basically saying, hey guys, are you ready? Saying like, are we ready? Because he's about to go film. So the suit looks good.
It looks the same as the suit at the end of No Way Home.
No Way Home. Okay.
But the blue is darker.
It is. It's not glistening.
Yeah, it's not as shiny. So it's not like a royal blue. It's kind of like a navy blue. And the webbing, the lining on the webbing looks like it's black.
Yes, and it's raised instead of, I guess, being just like ingrained into the fabric.
Which is like his comic suit sometimes.
Okay.
Which he has like a crimson red and a navy blue and a black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So people are already arguing about it, of course. And Marvel's just like, yes, keep talking about this for the next 365 days. Free promo. But I'm excited. All the Spider-Man movies. All the Spider-Man movies.
I mean, the Venn diagram between Spider-Man and Superman fans is a circle.
It is. All the Spider-Man movies have been good. I like Tom Holland. I'm excited because Destin Daniel Curtin is directing this. So no notes.
I'm excited about it. The synopsis sounds good. The characters sound good. It sounds like it's going to have the same energy from the previous films.
Yes.
What's interesting to me is that because this film, everything about this film seems like it's going to be just as good or equally as enjoyable as the previous films.
Yes.
But I thought the issue was that Spider-Man films rely too heavily on other MCU characters.
Other supporting cast.
Once again, just like the first one had Tony Stark, the second one had
Mephisto.
No,
nope.
The second one had
Mysterio. There it is. I was getting there.
The second one had Mysterio, which relied on Tony Stark's character.
It was still Tony Stark.
And then it was Doctor Strange.
In the third one.
Now we have Mark Ruffalo. So
we have Mark Ruffalo and Punisher.
This is great for me. This sounds like a good time for me because I enjoy all of them. But it's just interesting because once again, it's an older MCU established character who is the supporting character of this film.
They don't care about that anymore.
So it just seems like it's going to be the same.
I think that the fact that they said that Kevin Feige said it's going to be grounded. Everybody has washed away.
Is it going to be grounded because it stays in New York this time?
Because
what's grounded about
everybody is washing away the fact that there's too many supporting characters.
You leave the ground when you insert a Bruce Banner into the equation.
I agree.
That's not grounded.
I'm almost willing to bet that Shang-Chi after credit scene reappears itself here somehow. So I don't know how, but it's just a feeling.
I love when it's Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
True.
I love those types, but it just seems like the general complaint is that the movies have been too much amazing friends. And more amazing friends.
I don't mind. I'll enjoy those. I
enjoy them.
It's not like
I don't know why people don't like when other comic book heroes show up in comic book stuff,
especially ones that we like. We like Bruce Banner. We love the Punisher. Apparently,
and the world is small. New York is only so big, and they're not supposed to run into each other.
I don't know.
How is Doctor Strange not involved in this? So
that we know of.
I don't see any issues with this movie.
None at all.
Prepared to see the discourse up until release.
It's all free promo. I don't think Marvel cares at all. But as we also know that this is not just a Marvel production, this is a Sony production. So I wonder how much Sony had to say and like who gets to be in this movie, because they're very much kind of like certain things you can have, certain things you can't have.
Yeah, this is the reason why Hulk couldn't have his own solo movie. It's also the reason why Kingpin won't appear. So Kingpin is also out of the equation as far as whoever the central villain is. So I'm interested who the central villain is.
Oh, yeah. I guess we don't know who that is yet.
Would it be another Norman Osborn?
Oh.
That would be a good time to introduce him. You got to think of somebody who's important enough to bring the Hulk and
all
Spider-Man
those
against each other.
Yeah, like, why is the Hulk showing up?
Yeah.
That's my biggest question now. And who is Sadie Sink playing?
Be a big enough threat. Somebody says she might be playing Firestar, which is...
Okay, we're not grounded.
Which is a mutant. But she's basically like... she's like a Lady Johnny Storm. I mean, she doesn't turn into fire. She just has the ability to like control fire. But she's
like Pyro.
Yes, but she can fly.
Okay, she's a flying Pyro.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But she's a mutant, so maybe that's that. Franklin is a mutant. And they're trying to do something with Kamala, so that's 3 mutants on the board.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this one. We got a whole. We got a whole year. I guess I didn't put this as a bullet point, but something, since you bring up mutants, is that Kevin Feige also said, because there was a big article that Kevin Feige did talking about Marvel and what's coming up and what's not coming up and all that. And he mentioned that the casting for X-Men will be younger.
Good.
And they're not doing super well-known people because budget.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think both of those.
I was like, you need to call Gareth, have him film it, and just, put that all in a nice $150 million package.
Just take an XL. Less than that, they need to do like, well, I guess 150 is lower than Thunderbolts. Which was, okay, 150 is good. That's a good number.
I have a request. Definitely go with younger X-Men.
Yes.
I would like an older Wolverine and an older Storm.
So you want an older Wolverine, Storm, and Jean Grey, right?
No, you can keep Jean and Cyclops. They don't need to do the Storm. They don't need to do the Cyclops, Jean, Wolverine love triangle. They don't always do that. They don't have to do that.
Okay.
They can just do. Sometimes they do an older Wolverine, and like an adult
in
Wolverine.
In X-Men '97, they didn't do Wolverine, Jean, Storm, triangle. Did
they
alluded
to it, but at that point, I guess Logan had let it go.
Yeah.
So
right, and we had Madeline to worry about.
I like an adult Storm and an adult Wolverine, and you can do like younger Cyclops, Jean.
Okay, and everybody else.
Maybe an adult Beast.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Yeah, I'm curious of who is going to be older.
Yeah, I like a mix of older, younger X-Men.
Okay.
Yeah, because it would make more sense that you have veterans who are established versus a whole group of kids, not the Power Rangers.
Yeah, I agree. Because now I wonder if this X-Men is going to be an origin story. Like the other ones have not.
You know what? They don't need to. After,
I don't think so
as
either.
well as Fantastic Four did, and now that we know they're in their own universe, just do the same thing. Just give us a reel, like a montage.
Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. Yeah. There's something else they've done that's not like origin. And we've been good. I mean, technically, Brave New World was not an origin story either.
Yeah.
So, we can skip. I think we passed origin stories.
Show us what the X-Men have accomplished in their universe, who they've defeated in their universe, and then just stick us in. The school's
already established and all that jazz. We don't need to start it from scratch.
New plot, new villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. But we're not getting it no time soon. So.
Skip the Phoenix plot line. It's done. We've seen it. Nobody wants to see Jean die again.
My biggest thing is how they're integrating X-Men and Fantastic Four, because we know we get another Fantastic Four movie. Mm-hmm. Like, and this not going to be just one X-Men movie. Are they going to exist in the same space? That's what I'm mostly curious about for the future of Marvel in general.
I don't think they should. I think they should go back to their own universes at the end.
And we just have two concurrent areas of Marvel.
And if they need each other, you create a MacGuffin that they are able to visit each other in their respective universes when they need to.
America Chavez.
Yeah, boom. Create a MacGuffin.
Right. So, that is it for Marvel news. Some other little minor things came out, like Blade ain't coming no time soon. Neither is Deadpool 4, which, shocker.
Yeah.
And that they're doing the whole less quantity, more quality. They're still preaching that, which means we getting less stuff. But it's fine. We'll be fine. Everybody should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is it for that bit of news. Next bit of news we are going to A Quiet Place again.
Yes.
For the 4th time, but not another prequel.
No, we're picking back up in the present day.
Sequel.
Yes.
So Quiet Place Part 3 has been greenlit and is ready to go. It already has a date as well.
Yeah.
Which I probably gonna move, but whatever. July 9th, 2027.
So summer blockbuster.
Ain't coming out no time soon. This is almost like a 4th of July situation.
Well, it can't come out next summer.
No, it's too soon probably.
Yeah.
Next summer's already packed.
Yeah, that's why I said next summer is a no-go.
I suggest nobody else open up in July. We got Spider-Man and we got the Odyssey. That's enough.
Yeah.
That I don't think anybody else should try to fit in that schedule.
When did Day One come out?
Day One was an April movie? No, or was it a winter movie?
Quiet Place Day One came out June 28th, and it did well. So they do well in the summer for horror thrillers.
That makes sense. Thrillers. John Krasinski, a.k.a. Mr. Fantastic in somebody's timeline, is going to write and direct this one. We have no news on who's going to be in it.
So Emily Blunt,
obviously.
the 3 surviving children.
Yeah.
Maybe Cillian Murphy.
Okay.
Jaimin Hansu died in the last one.
Unfortunately.
So
it was weird how that happened.
Yeah, maybe Cillian Murphy.
Okay. And no plot. We don't know nothing about the plot.
No.
They still got to be quiet.
But obviously. Hopefully more lore. Every movie they add alien lore. The last one we had the weird egg things. We don't know what's in those.
Yeah, and that was a prequel though. So maybe what was in the prequel is coming back in this sequel.
Because it never showed up in the other 2.
Right.
And the one giant one.
The queen.
Is it a queen or is it like king queens or is it queen and minion males? Which
queen
one is
with
it?
A K.
Yeah, okay.
Queen.
There's a big giant one that hasn't appeared.
Yes.
In any of the other ones.
And that, you know what? That you make a good point. Things from the prequel are probably gonna pop up in this sequel, and that's why we have this movie. Because I was like, what's left?
Do they learn to swim? That'd be the worst.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
Yeah.
I hope now. I don't know how many more of these they got planned. I hope it ties up though, because it's the 4th movie. Like, how long y'all gonna drag this out?
Yeah, and they've already found out a way to defeat him. So
how long are we gonna be quiet everywhere?
What's gonna change? Have they lost the ability to defeat him? Has evolution taken a hold?
Like,
and
what's
gotten stronger?
I wonder if it's gonna be a time jump. Like, are we just gonna pick up where we left off, or is it gonna be like 10 years in the future?
Have more showed up, or we still don't know where they came from? Was it
also
like a government experiment? Because they fell from the sky.
Oh, that would be too much.
That doesn't mean that there wasn't a government experiment.
Yeah, I don't know. They
like
might break people's brains with that one.
It's like Stranger Things.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We don't know where they're from.
We don't. You're right. I mean, you're right, but I hope that is not it.
Yeah.
Because like we said, through 3 movies for it to be like, oh, NASA did it. Come on.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
people would hate
that
it.
would suck.
I don't know if that would go with the audience.
I know what you come up with since then. So.
Yeah, so we don't have any plot details. We have a date. We know who's directed it. Well, obviously, Emily Blunt's probably gonna be in it unless they kill her off, which I don't think people would be very happy about.
No. She's the final girl at this point.
Right. So yeah, that was the news. Is that it's coming, and I don't think this was even rumored to be coming.
Have you seen the other Quiet Places?
I saw the
Day
first
one.
one. I saw day one. I saw the first one.
Okay.
I saw a very quick recap of the second one.
The one with Cillian Murphy is it's more actiony.
Okay.
It's more like it's the lost world of the Quiet Places.
Right.
Because it has more characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. I mean, people seem to be very excited about this. So y'all got 2 years to find out.
Yeah. All right. So that is all the movie news this week. Let's roll into the trailer park.
Two, and a beep for the one trailer we got.
So the one trailer we have is for Eternity. This is going to come out November 2025. Does it have a date in November? It just says November.
Wikipedia just says November.
Interesting.
It's going to it's going to the Tribeca Film Fest in September, so maybe we won't get a date till after that.
It's kind of close.
I mean, this is more of a small movie anyway.
So it's going to star Miles Teller, who we just saw in The Gorge.
Which I liked a lot.
Elizabeth Olsen, who we haven't seen in forever. Thanks, Kevin.
Where's Wanda? So every time I see her, I'm like, where's Wanda?
Callum Turner, who might be Cyclops.
You know where he's from?
Yes, he's Newt's brother.
Yeah, okay, you called it.
It's the only other thing I've seen him in.
I was like, I didn't. It took me a while to recognize him. I was like, oh, that's Newt's brother.
And he's Dula Peep's boyfriend.
Is he?
Yeah, they've been dating for like years.
So she got married. Did they get married? Is that who she's married to? Newt's brother?
Yeah. I mean, she's been with this dude forever. Because I only seen him in Fantastic Beasts and then...
This ain't got nothing to do with movies, but I'm a Dula Peep fan, so I'm about to look it up. Dula Peep's husband, I thought she just got married.
Did she?
Yeah, she's engaged. They're engaged.
Oh, okay.
They've been dating. They only been dating for a year and a half.
I thought they'd been together forever.
She broke up with the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Onward Hadid is who she used.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Dula Peep connection.
All right.
And Divine Joy Randolph, who we just saw in
Shadow Force.
Yes.
You know what's funny? At the very end of this trailer where they do all the names of everybody, Divine Joy Randolph says Oscar winner. I was like, that's right.
That's right.
Put some respect on that
Oscar
name.
winner, Divine
Okay,
Joy
she the
Randolph.
only one in this lineup. You better add the accolade.
Big ticket item.
Okay.
So what is this about? This is about the afterlife. So after death, everybody gets 1 week to choose where to spend eternity. For Joan, who is played by Elizabeth Olsen, Larry, who's played by Miles Teller, and Luke, who's played by Callum Turner, it's really a question of who to spend it with. So when you die, you get to go to the afterlife. You get to choose where you want to be, and you also get to choose where you want to be and who you want to be with for eternity.
Yeah, which is a very long time.
Joan must choose between two people, her first love and her second husband. Her first love, who died in the war, and the second husband, who she married after. And
I think they died at the same time.
Yeah.
And the trailer seems
like a week apart.
Okay. They must. It seemed like maybe they were in an accident or something, and she went first, and then he went. But the curious thing about Callum Turner, who is her husband, is he died like 67 years ago.
Yeah. So I guess they go to the afterlife in the age that they prefer to be. So
yeah.
mid-30s.
Or when they actually. Oh,
no,
you're right.
67 years. Yeah, I thought that it took me a while to grapple.
Oh, you're right, because the 67 years makes a point.
Because the same.
He died in the war,
67
years, and he looks like at whatever age he died in.
Yeah.
But you're right. Her and Miles Teller look the same age as him. I was like,
it took me a while to grapple. I was like, okay, so I guess you just look like her. You can just go back to your mid-30s when you die. So.
And you can understand the conundrum, because her husband been waiting for her for 67 years because he's been chilling wherever he's at. But her other husband, who died recently after her, is like, well, wait a second, we was just together. So the movie is about her having to pick who she wants to spend eternity with. Divine Joy Randolph plays like the coordinator.
Yeah,
her
so
after-death coordinator.
They each have like a concierge
when
they die. And Divine Joy Randolph seems to be playing Miles Teller's.
Oh, you think she's playing? I thought she was Wanda's.
No, it seems like she was already talking to Miles Teller when he arrived.
Okay.
And then I guess he had been waiting a week for her to die.
You're right. You're right. Okay. It's a romantic comedy, but it definitely seems like it's gonna be hitting the feels.
Yeah.
at a certain point because she got to pick.
Yeah.
And they're both trying to like vie. At some point in the movie, she says it's not a competition, and they're like, that's exactly what it is. It's a competition. It looks cute though.
It looks cute. It looks funny. My thought was, has this never happened before? This is the first time this happened.
Oh.
Where somebody died after being married twice. They had to choose.
Yeah.
I like the afterlife seems to be like a resort.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
It ain't dark. It ain't dreary.
Yeah.
Wherever you get to pick to live look like a fun time.
So death won't be the sad part about the movie. So that's good.
Right.
Death is not the worst part about the film.
It seems like the movie starts with them dead.
Yeah.
Which is good. So we don't have to go through like the emotions and funerals and all that.
Yeah.
It's more of what happens after the fact.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what this was about when the trailer popped up. I was like, I didn't realize it would be like a comedy.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's a romantic comedy, it's going to have some drama in it, added a little more interest for me.
It seems much more entertaining than what the materialist looked like.
Not going nowhere near that. But yes, you are correct.
Which also had MCU actors.
Which also turned out not to be a comedy.
Yeah.
People did not like that.
So.
Yeah, we skipped it, as you can tell. If you can't tell.
That is the last stop and the only stop on the trailer park. Let's dive into this Bunch Crunch.
All right, 2 quick bites of Bunch Crunch. Eddie Murphy says that he is going to be playing Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther movie that is coming out. I don't know when.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit of race bending. I don't care about that.
Well, I mean, is it
not a little bit?
What are we doing?
It is.
Are we doing like?
I think it's live action. I'm pretty sure.
Or are we doing like the actual Panther?
I think. Oh, I don't know.
Because my first thought was Eddie Murphy Donkey. Eddie Murphy Pink Panther.
Okay. I think it's a live action movie.
Because they've done a live action. Yeah, they've done both.
Yeah, they have done both. This one is. I was breaking up the old
pretty
one
much
with,
had.
with
I think
Steve
we've had
Martin.
more live action Pink Panthers than animated Pink Panthers. But
yes, I don't even know when this is coming out. I probably should have looked this up. It doesn't have a release date. It says likely 2026.
Interesting.
And it's coming from. Let's see. He will star in a new Pink Panther movie. I think I might have just called it Black Panther, but I meant to say Pink Panther.
No, you called it Pink Panther.
Okay. I'll say, can you edit that out? It actually doesn't say much else about it. He was in talks back in May of 2023. So this has been in the works for a while.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well.
Random. It also says he's working on a biopic that will have him playing George Clinton. I didn't know that was a thing. Eddie Murphy is George Clinton.
Okay.
That kind of works. Kinda. Is this like a comedy? You know,
maybe.
Eddie Murphy can
Dolomite
do series.
was a mockumentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he can do it. That's a sidebar. But I was kind of like, wait, George Clinton's getting a biopic? He deserves one.
Yeah.
Why not? Everybody else getting one.
So, interested to see whether this is going to be a live-action human Pink Panther investigator or whether it's going to be animated. I think they should just go animated. We've had enough live-action Pink Panthers.
Right.
Regular human.
If they do it right, it'll be good.
They can do it like Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It says when Roker reacted surprised, I guess he's being the detective. Mm-hmm. He says maybe he has to be French, but he can also be Haitian.
There are black French people.
I was like, yeah, he's a little race bent. He's a lot of race bent. But it's fine. It's Eddie Murphy. I don't care.
Okay.
Next bit of crunch that we have is that Margot Robbie is in early talks to be the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman in the Tim Burton remake that is coming from Warner Brothers.
Sounds easy.
She was literally just Barbie.
They made fun of that scene during the Barbie promo. She was that giant Barbie.
Literally, it opens.
Yeah.
That is the opening scene of Barbie.
Yeah.
That's easy. Her being the 50-foot woman.
Yeah. Even though Beyonce did better.
That's my favorite. Okay, listen. Somebody finally posted a clip.
She made it a commercial
of her interlude.
Like, really?
She go back to makes the clothes, or when she changes her clothes during concert, she does an Attack of the 50-Foot Woman as Beyonce could do. It's so good.
It's now the Sir Davis ad, but it's not as long.
Yeah, it's not. It's like the little clip where she pours it into like the tanker
water reservoir. Or
yeah. I saw that, but I was like, I love the full clip of that whole thing. Yeah. I mean, you could have hired Beyonce. Yeah. But whatever, it's Tim Burton, so we knew that wasn't gonna happen. We'll see how this gets received.
Yeah,
I think this is a good fit for her. Do we need this? I don't know.
Well,
Sure.
I would see this movie because I think it'll be whimsical and fun if done correctly. But
you're right.
Will the rest of the world receive this movie well?
I don't know. The rest of the world ain't going to the movies at all. So I don't know. Unless it's like,
I'm still here for it.
Unless it's a Spider-Man or Lilo and Stitch, ain't nobody going to the movies. Or Avatar.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's the art, y'all. It don't matter what the box office is. It's about the art.
All right, so that is all the movie news, Trailer Park and Bunch Crunch this week. We're going to take a short break and get into our reviews, dual reviews, one for Eyes of Wakanda first, and then for Alien Earth Episode 1.
Sweet. This week, we watched Eyes of Wakanda, which is a new show from Disney Plus on the Marvel side. It was released August 1st.
Yes.
All 4 episodes were released August 1st, 2025. The directors of this are Todd Harris and John Fang. Now, Todd Harris was also the creator and showrunner. And just a little background on Todd, he is not new to Marvel. He was, I guess still, a storyboard artist. So he has worked, talk about a promo. Okay, they're like, you know what, this storyboarding is really good. Do you want to direct a TV show? And they're like, sure. Casting characters for Eyes of Wakanda include, is she bothering you again?
No, she's fine.
Okay.
She's not touching me.
So there's 4 episodes, and there's a lot of characters. So I'm going to name them all. I'm hit like the heavy hitters and some of the voice casting for this. This is animated. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but this is an animated show. So Whitney Harlow, who I didn't even know was freaking in this. No advertisement for that. You know who Whitney Harlow is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She played, and if you don't know who Whitney Harlow is, she's a model.
Yes.
She's a very popular model.
I didn't know she was a voice actress.
I didn't know either. That's why I was like, that Whitney Harlow? Go her. Okay. She plays Nani, who is a former member of the Dora Milaje. We also have Chris Williams, who plays that's who Chris Williams is. Sorry, I'm having like a revelation. So I'm going through the ring. He is a guy whose face I know, but whose name I don't ever remember.
Okay.
He's one of those actors. But Chris Williams plays Nakati.
Okay.
Who's the lion? He's mostly called the lion in this episode.
Okay.
Who are some of the other people? Lynn Whitfield plays an older version of Nani. Who did I recognize? I don't know if I recognized that was Lynn Whitfield, but
no, I didn't know Lynn Whitfield was a voice actress either. So.
Yeah, but I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it. Who else? We also have the Jonah. I'm not gonna say Jonah's last name. Right?
Jonah Xiao.
Xiao plays Jorani, who is the Iron Fist in this. Who else? We have Helena Troy is a character in this. We also have who else? Achilles is also a character in this. And who else do I want to mention? I think Anika Nani Rose plays Black Panther.
Okay.
She was pretty gosh darn good. Deborah Wilson? Is that? Oh, Deborah Wilson from Mad TV also plays a Dora Milaje character.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. They didn't give her a character name.
I feel like she played a Dora Milaje character before.
Oh, has she? I would not be surprised by that.
I think she was gonna play the Dora Milaje. I think she was gonna voice the Dora Milaje character in that canceled Captain America Black Panther video game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see that. All right. So it's 4 episodes, and every episode is, I guess outside of Nani, is new sets of people. So there's a lot of people in this. I already mentioned there's 4 episodes. They're about 30 minutes each. It's funny because I didn't start watching this until like 8. But around 7 o'clock, I checked. I was like, is this about to be an hour long?
Yeah, I did too.
I was like, am I about to do a 4-hour run of this? They're about 30 minutes each. 30. Right, 35 minutes. So they're not very long. You could literally watch the whole thing in 2 hours.
Less, yeah.
Don't have budget or box office because it's not a movie, or cinema score because it didn't go to theaters. But right now, Rotten Tomatoes the few critic scores that it has is at a 90, and audience score is like 4. So I don't even trust these scores because the numbers are so the actual review numbers are so low. 76.
Okay.
So I take that as you will. There's like 20 of each, so you can't really get a good gauge of the score when there's not that many reviews. So, Jay, can you hit us with the plot of the overall show?
So the plot of the show is it chronicles 4 different war dogs in Wakanda through 4 different time periods through Wakandan history, all taking place before basically anything in the MCU.
Yes. Pretty much. I mean, when you say 4 different times, I mean 4 like literally different time periods.
Yeah.
Not like yesterday, today, tomorrow, and the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to do non-spoiler thoughts, or should we just jump into each episode? It's kind of hard when we do like TV shows and we watch the whole thing at once.
Let's just jump in.
Okay. So one thing I'll say before we get to each episode is that I've mentioned this on this podcast several times. If you have not watched Predator Killer of Killers or Terminator Zero.
Oh, I haven't watched Predator Killer of Killers.
This is very much like those.
I was about to say, now that I have not watched Predator Killer of Killers, but I know what it is, this is very similar.
It is.
Predator Killer of Killers.
It is. Because, I mean, and if you like those, basically I say that because if you like those, you will like this.
Except Predator Killer of Killers is one movie, right?
It is one movie, but it's three different time periods, 3 different people.
Okay.
And then at the end, it kind of like comes all together.
Okay.
But it's that and then Terminator is not necessarily different people, but it is 2 different time periods.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got like, you're kind of bouncing back and forth. But you know how the Terminator works. But yeah, it has that same, like, we're going through different time periods. We're meeting all these different characters.
We're not ruining the existing timeline.
We're trying not to ruin the existing timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also some people you recognize and then some people you don't recognize because they're all new. And it adds a little bit of lore to each of the franchises. Okay. I would say. So if you like those 2, you will like this. Okay. And if you haven't seen those 2, get on it. I'm looking at you.
Okay.
You still like watch Killers and Killers.
Okay.
Anywho, so 4 episodes. We're just gonna talk to each episode as we go. So the first one is called Into the Lion's Den. This one is about Nani, who is young. This is a young version of Nani. Mm-hmm. She is they call her a disgrace story Melage because she don't follow orders. But they have somebody who used to be in Wakanda Army, but he abandoned Wakanda and he took a bunch of stuff with him he wasn't supposed to. Yeah. So I guess it's to explain each episode super quickly. Each episode is about going to find an artifact. Somebody needs to leave Wakanda to go find an artifact that's been stolen or taken or whatever from over the years. And the main person we're following needs to go back and get it. The Lion's Den is about somebody who used to be a Wakanda warrior, who is basically a tyrant. Essentially,
mm-hmm. I mean, he's like a pre-Killmonger.
He is, but he's got like a whole army. He's going around enslaving people, but he's got that whole like, oh, you're not a slave. I'm giving you peace. He's doing like that Loki thing when
like
we
that
first
Killmonger thing.
Yeah, he a grown up Killmonger. Yeah. Though. Killmonger hadn't gotten here yet. This dude is like, it's a what if Killmonger
succeeded.
Exactly. I mean, he a bad Mamma Jamma, but like bad Mamma Jamma also. Both. He's both. But I like this episode because I guess overall of all the episodes, I like the animation style of all. It's the same for each episode, but it reminded me of Prince of Egypt just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, but it's maybe a more modern version of Prince of Egypt. Yeah. It was the characters' facial features are super exaggerated.
It's like storybook, like Wish. Yeah. That was one of my notes. Was like, it's very serious subject matter, but the animation is given storybook animation, but people are dying.
Right. I mean, and Nani is like killing
there's
people.
Blood.
I guess we should all say this ain't like for kids.
No.
Like little kids, I don't suggest.
It smacks some women around. I'm like, it's
twice.
It's not matching the animation style.
Twice.
The animation is a little too sunny for this subject
One
matter.
of the lions, I don't know what you want to call
Subjects, hands.
Right, goons. One of the lions goons smacks the crap out of a woman.
Twice.
And then she's like, she don't want to be a slave. She's like, no, I just want to go home. I ain't buying what you selling. And she smacks her again. Yeah. I was like, ma'am.
It calls it re-education. I was like, this is intense.
Yeah.
For a cartoon.
The subject matter was not like lights because he is overtaking these lands, enslaving the people, like, and saying you're gonna relearn everything you knew, and everybody worships the lion, and you'll know to respect him, and if you don't, like, we'll force you to. It's like, ugh.
I mean, it was very accurate to like what you hear in history about conquerors taking over areas and re-educating the civilians.
Yes, so, it was very much like that. But Nani is tasked with going to get the artifacts, and he has multiple,
and taking and bringing him back.
Right, alive. I was like, I don't think that's gonna work, girl. Because he's trying, like, he was in the army, so he's trained, and he has turned what he has taken from Wakanda into like full-fledged weapons. I mean, and Wakanda's concern is always, if our stuff gets out in the wrong hands, or if our stuff gets out, period. But if it also gets into the wrong hand, somebody gonna do something with it they ain't supposed to, and that's exactly what he doing. But I wonder if this episode was gonna play out differently. Because I was like, what if she like turned to the dark side? Because I thought that's where it was going. for a second.
Yeah, it could have.
But she doesn't.
Yeah.
And I guess each
Could've bought what he
episode
was selling.
ends on a quote unquote happy ending. Although the second one I was kind of like, this ain't really that happy.
Yeah.
But I like how the story played out. It's all the action sequences were good. When she does finally go get the fight, and after she's laid waste to a lot of his crew.
Yeah, single-handedly.
Stabs somebody's head, probably got chopped off. Somebody got scalped, I think. But the action is good. The action is good, and I like the lesson at the end of this was basically like she had never left Wakanda, so she didn't know. And the lion's whole thing was like, once you leave, you see things differently, and your eyes are going to be open. And she actually still felt like that at the end, but she wasn't about to be like no dictator. Like she was like, yeah, I get you, but this ain't the way to be doing it. So you got to die. And he ends up killing himself because he like, I ain't going back. And she's like, I got to take you home. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. Blink, and blows everything up. But she survives, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go to episode 2?
Episode 2 is called Lies and Legends. So this one is about, let me go back to the Wikipedia page. This one is with Achilles and
Memnon.
How do you say his name?
Memnon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are not in order. Thanks, Wikipedia.
No.
Say his name again.
Memnon
is our Wakandan in this one.
Yeah.
And he has been working with Achilles and the army for like 9 years. Under the guise of like, oh yeah, I'm helping y'all out. But actually, he's trying to get a Wakanda artifact.
Yeah.
Now, this one was good because Memnon has to basically face Achilles at the end after Achilles takes up for him because they suspicious. They're like, what is this random black guy fighting with us for? And he never says for Greece. He always says for home. And I'm like, ain't nobody questioning that? Because he's like, I ain't for Greece, I'm for Wakanda. But he don't say Wakanda. He just says like for home. And everybody's kind of like, yeah, Greece? No, home. So that was good. I like the fact that at the end he basically had to kill his friend.
Yeah, I mean, they do some rewriting history.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Achilles tendon, as we all know where that comes from, Memnon ends up cutting it.
Yeah.
And that's how Achilles.
That's how Achilles tendon.
Yeah, that's how it comes to be, because Achilles is mad when he finds out that's what Memnon's goal has been, is to get this artifact. And he ends up getting a hold of it, and he's like, yo, I'm going to need you to let it go. And he don't, and he got to take him out. And he tries to just like take him out normally with cutting his tendon, but Achilles don't give up, so he got to like stab, shoot.
Yeah.
But I felt bad for him at the end because he goes back to Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I've been gone for this long, but I feel alone. Like I don't.
Yeah, like
I don't
most
feel
soldiers
home.
do after they've spent several tours out in war.
Yeah, that was a very realistic take of like, you go out, you go fight, you do all this, you come back, and you kind of like, well, this is weird.
Yeah.
So he actually asked to go be, I guess I didn't mention it the last of the end. Nani actually says she doesn't want to be Dora Milaje because they offer her back. She's like, nope, I want to go be a war dog. I don't want to go out and fight. He does the same thing, but older Nani is kind of like, what are you going out there for? And he doesn't really say, but it's clear that he's not at home no more. Like he wants to go back out for Wakanda, even though like he don't really know what he go out there looking for. Right. So that was interesting. Interesting way to end that one.
I like that episode. I like episodes. I like series and stuff where they do stuff with history.
Okay.
Like they tell it differently.
They flip it a little bit. Yeah, I was kind of like, this is not how.
Yeah.
Oh, we still get the Trojan horse.
It was interesting to find out that even those parts of history, Wakanda had agents embedded behind the scenes, secretly doing stuff that still didn't affect how. I mean, I guess it did affect how history turned out because he literally killed Achilles.
Yeah, but nobody knows.
Not nothing.
Right.
Right. Killing Achilles is not nothing.
He kind of just go. He like leaves them there floating in the pool, and he just goes home like, "Ooh, sorry, gotta go." So, I was like, "Dang, you killed." And he didn't
have any friends in Wakanda. His only friend was Achilles, and he murdered him.
Right, so. And when he goes back to talk to older Nani, he's kind of like, he almost says it like, I killed my I'm like, your friend?
Yeah.
You killed your friend. It's been 9 years, y'all. Like, come on. And Achilles very much trusted him. Yeah. So it was, that ending was, I was like, I'm going to say it. Yeah. I'm going to say it a little bit, but it was great. It was good. Next up, third episode was Lost and Found. Lost and Found was more of a not sillier. It was more relaxed than the previous one where the man killing his friend. So this is one where we get Iron Fist,
Mm-hmm.
And what was the character's name? BUNCHA.
Mm-hmm.
So BUNCHA is he's a war dog. He's tasked with going to find something, bring it back.
Yeah.
His piece of artifact is stuck in a Chinese dragon head.
Mm-hmm.
And when he goes to try to pull it out, he can't. So he takes the whole thing with him.
Yeah.
And he get back to Wakanda, and they like,
he should have known better.
That's not how you're supposed to do
They
it.
told you in the first Mulan is that those statues carry the spirits of their dead, their gods. So you can't just take that.
And the people go to a temple every day and pray to the statue or whatnot. So it's obviously very ingrained into their culture. He just takes it.
Yeah.
And leaves. I was like, so you can't just take that.
Yeah.
Now I thought the thing was gonna be like cursed once it left. That's not exactly what happens. What does happen though is Iron Fist shows up to go get it back. Cause she like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah.
What you don't know in the episode is that when the episode opens, we see BUNCHA sleeping next to a woman, which you assume is like his love interest or whatever. Then he leaves, and when he leaves, like she don't move, she's still sleeping or whatever. Psych, she wasn't actually sleeping. Homegirl's Iron Fist.
Right.
And he was playing her, and she was playing him, but they was kind of starting to like each other, but then it all went south when he left with their stuff. So he has to fight her, or I guess all of Wakanda? Not all of Wakanda.
Most of the Wakanda
the soldiers,
military.
Yeah, while they were sitting in the cafe at lunch.
I mean, but she's an Iron Fist, so she should be able to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
She had to fight an immortal dragon in order to get her powers.
Fine, because as that fight scene was going on, she beating up a whole bunch of Wakandans, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, if it had been anybody else.
Okay,
no.
Fair enough. You've explained it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she doing a little too much butt kicking for me.
She's basically their Black Panther, so.
Okay, fine. And I guess she's beating everybody up, but the biggest concern is that they have an outsider in Wakanda. Like that, you're not supposed to do that. So she snuck up on BUNCHA's ship, and that's how she got in.
Yeah.
So basically the whole story of that is she wants to head back, but she can't. BUNCHA doesn't want her to take the piece of Wakanda history artifact, and then she actually takes it out very easily, which I was kind of like, oh,
yeah.
Why?
She's super strong, so.
Okay, because she was super strong.
And I think she did it with the Iron Fist hand.
It did glow a little bit.
Yeah.
So she uses her powers to basically extract the artifact and take the head back home.
Yeah.
And then her and BUNCHA don't actually get back together because she got to go back home, and BUNCHA stays in Wakanda. But it was a fun light episode compared to the one before, where people was killing their friends.
Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite episodes.
Of the four?
Because it featured other Marvel characters showing up in other Marvel stuff. So it had an amazing Friends moment, which was the Iron Fist.
I got you.
So I like the fact that they incorporated the fact that the Iron Fist knew about Wakanda, but obviously never told anybody about it.
Yes, because she was like, "Oh, is this what it is?"
Yeah, and it makes sense because just like the Iron Fist is a mantle.
Okay.
Culturally, that's passed down, just like the Black Panthers.
Okay.
So yeah, it makes sense that there would be like a parallel there. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, it was fun. I liked her character.
Yeah,
because she was kind of like, I knew something was up because he ends up passing out in the snow, and then she brings him in and kind of nurses him back to health. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I knew something was up when you was just laying out there in the snow by yourself. Yeah. So she had always been suspicious, but she wasn't exactly sure what he was up to until he took the head and left. And then she was like, okay.
We hadn't got a woman Iron Fist in a while.
I was just going to ask you, has there ever been one?
Yeah, I mean, because like a mantle, there's always like, oh, of course there's been a woman in history. So I'm glad they chose to pick this one rather than just going with any of the regular Iron Fist.
And I like the fact that they were older adults. They weren't like kids. Like he wasn't like a young war dog who was just learning the ropes on his first couple missions. And she was just like some love-struck teenager or young adult who was going after him. They was like established.
Yeah, capable.
And I like the fact that it was kind of like, we both had our missions and we both kind of, you did me dirty, but I'm going to correct this and go back home. And it was nice knowing you. So, goodbye. So I liked it. That one ended kind of nicely. All right. And then last but not least, we have The Last Black Panther. This is the one where we have Anika Noni Rose plays the Black Panther. This one is about a prince of Wakanda who's third in line, mind you, by the way. I was like, oh, you a prince? Like, why are you tripping? He's third in line. Yeah. So he don't feel like he got no purpose because he's not going to ever take the throne.
Right.
He is shadowing a older war dog who's about his business and trying to get back home to his family. They go on a mission to get was it axe? It's an axe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They go on a mission to get an axe. The top of the axe is Wakandan or vibranium. and they bring it back, and then Anika Noni Rose, who's Black Panther, shows up from the future. And I think it's I read it was 500 years in the future. Mm-hmm. And as you can guess, the world is jacked up.
Yeah.
Terrible. They got things that look like the things out of the Quiet Place eating everybody.
Yeah. Like scorpion bug thingies.
Yes, they're very big, they're very large, they're very gooey. Mm-hmm. And the issue is that because Wakanda kept themselves bordered off from the world.
Yeah.
When the aliens showed up, we don't know from where, or maybe they did and I missed it. They eat everybody else.
Yeah.
And when it's time to get to Wakanda, ain't nobody there to help them because they all dead. So she's kind of like, because you guys took the axe, it kept Killmonger from finding it, and because of that, Killmonger never comes to Wakanda, fights for the mantle. Him and Black Panther fight, and then Black Panther has a change of heart to open up the world to Wakanda, or the Wakanda to the world, or however you want to say that. So she's like, y'all gotta put that junk back.
Okay.
And they like, excuse me? Of course they don't believe her because she's from the future. Mm-hmm. But then she does something to kind of show them that she said, they asked her, tell them something only we would know. She does that successfully. But it's basically a mission of put the thing back so the thing in Black Panther can happen.
Right.
And I like that because it was cool because they've tied like the very last episode into a movie you had already seen.
Okay.
So you ain't like it.
I didn't like
the last
episode at all.
What?
I didn't like it.
Oh no. I thought it was cool. Okay, what did you not like about it? Air your grievances, please. Share. You didn't like from the future. You didn't like the sun. You didn't like the.
There's a couple things I didn't like about this.
Be easy, but go ahead.
I like the characters.
Okay.
I like the
prince was a little annoying, but
the prince was a little annoying, but
he's supposed to be.
He's a young prince who doesn't
have a purpose.
He's naive. Fine.
Right.
He serves a purpose.
Okay.
I like the Nikolani Rose as the future Black Panther.
Yes.
I like that. I like the Black Panther tech got better in the future or whatever.
Oh yeah.
What I thought was weird was two things. One, somebody tell me that because Killmonger never happened.
Yes.
No other for 500 years. Nobody else thought it was good to go outside and touch some grass outside of Wakanda.
Wakanda stay closed. You know,
for 500 additional years.
Yes,
nobody else that never crossed anybody's mind.
No, they said no, thank you.
So Namor also wasn't an issue.
They said closed for business.
Yeah, I thought
that means Black Panther 2 would have never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a big thing with the invasion of Bug Horde. Okay. It's so easy because you don't have to give bugs motivation.
They're just bugs. Show up.
They just show up and
like
they're destructive. Place. Right. So mm-hmm. It's like they're not good.
There's
villains.
No meaning.
Yeah, no. It's like locust. It's like sending locust.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I was having a good time with there's a main thing that I was disappointed with that I'll save for dislikes in general. Okay. With the series. Okay. But I was disappointed in
gonna set the people off.
No.
With this particular episode or the whole series?
With this particular episode.
Okay.
I was having fun with them not being connected to the rest of the MCU. They were just telling stories of history.
Okay.
And I felt like this one.
The second they connected it, you was like, this don't make no sense.
It felt a little shoehorned.
Okay, you're not wrong.
It did.
You're not wrong, because when she said it, I was like, I thought it was neat, but it was also like, this real convenient.
Yeah, I was having a good time until this last episode.
Okay. That's fair.
But I like the story, the concept. I like the fact that she came from the future. I like the fact that there was, because it's very Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah,
which is like super fun. So I like
that. But shows have done that, and movies have done that. Like, but that wasn't a new necessarily concept.
But I didn't like
that you move something and you've altered history or the future.
I did like the Bug Horde.
Okay,
and I thought it was a little on the nose that they had to wrap the series up because they had to touch on the MCU.
Okay,
like, okay. Well,
and it's funny because they kept saying how Eyes of Wakanda was canon. Well, that is why, because
it could have been canon without that.
Because if they didn't put the axe back and took it back to the place where they were holding all the artifacts, then Killmonger wouldn't have happened. Yeah. And the borders would have never been open. Yeah. I feel it. That's a fair dislike. That's once
they're about to break her arm off and she was like, no, don't kill me. We're on the same side. And she showed them the future. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
we're about to tie this. I knew it. I knew
we're about to tie this to Black Panther.
They had already, once I knew it, once they retrieved the artifact, they're like, oh, this is the
This
axe.
looks like
this is the thing he got in the museum. And then once she revealed she was for the future, I was like, if she says that the reason we got invaded by this bug army is because Michael B. Jordan is still this axe, I'm having an issue.
That's exactly what they said.
That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what she says. Like almost word for
knew
word.
it.
She knew it.
It's like, so how does that have to do with these bugs?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's fun. That's funny. I didn't anticipate, but your face was looking real like, no, girl. I didn't. I'm not feeling what you about to put out.
I like the plot.
Okay, so let's hop into our likes and dislikes because that is all the episodes.
Okay.
So I'll go first. I think I mentioned most of them. Like the animation style, and I like the traveling between the times and having different characters because that reminded me of Terminator Zero and Killers of Killers. Mm-hmm. The fight sequences were very good.
Great.
Even if I feel like if this were live action, it wouldn't have been as good because you can do extra with animation. You can like make it extra whippy and snappy.
The animation style took a minute to grow on me.
Okay. But
I looked the best in the action sequences.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Agree. And then the War Dogs is kind of grimy. I said that. Yeah. When Achilles had to get taken out, I was like, oh.
It's giving Black Widows.
Yeah, I like that.
Gray area.
And then there is one part in the last episode where Kuda, the guy who is the prince is following, we think he dies and he don't. And I was like, oh, he's dead.
I thought that was weird too. Because what happened? So the explosion did nothing?
Well, I was confused because a thing lands like a stone lands on him, but he has Wakanda tech on his arms. I was like, well, why is the tech not working? Yeah. And you assume that he dies underneath the rubble, but then he comes back. He's like, oh, he's alive. And I was like, yeah, this makes sense that he's alive. Why do you need to die?
But when Tafari goes, assume you're talking about the ending of the episode.
Yeah.
So when Tafari goes back into the hut to put the axe back in the grandfather clock,
right?
It sounds like there's a bomb dropping on the outside, and then it does.
Yeah.
But everybody's okay.
No?
I was wondering what happened with that because he was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, when he tries to call out to him.
Yeah, and then it fades to black, and then he's outside. He gets him.
He's just chilling.
So I was like, "Oh, so it wasn't a bomb?"
It was on the other side.
Okay.
Of the building. Coda was on the left, bomb was on the right.
They made it seem like the atom bomb was dropping.
Yeah.
So that they were both gonna die.
Because they are not part of whatever war is going on. They just try to sneak in, get the artifact, and sneak out, and then they do the reverse. They try to sneak in, put it back, and then sneak out. And there's like, I don't know, the fighting's going on and it's a lot. I was like,
a lot happening.
It was a lot happening.
Yeah.
It was a lot happening. But he lived, so I was happy with that because I liked this character.
Yeah.
You go.
So I like the animation style. It took a minute to grow on me.
Yeah.
But I ended up liking it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the writing. I like the fact that it was different interconnected stories that took place through different points in history. They weren't really specifically connected, but I think Noni was the thread because she ended up becoming like the leader of the War Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. After her story, she kind of pops up as an elder.
I guess the connectedness was the artifacts. They were retrieving the artifacts, but future Black Panther was trying to figure out which of the artifacts triggered the event.
Yeah.
Yeah. The J didn't like.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think that was the connection.
Yeah. So So that was the reveal at the end that, they were tracking all the artifacts. Yes. And that's kind of why we're watching these stories.
To find the trigger. Now, how she was able to like scan each of the artifacts, and the artifact was like, bing, 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 it's me. I was like, oh, that's a bit convenient. But that's okay.
I don't know how she scanned it and it told her.
I don't know.
I mean, I would have guessed like process of elimination. Like she kept going back over and over and over again to figure out which one it was.
But. Yeah, but she would have had to do. She said it took years.
Yeah.
To like find which one it was. So it's 500 years in the future, and they got super duper tech. You gotta think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the voice acting.
Voice acting was good.
And I like the individual stories and that they were very serious.
Yeah, it's not like a children's show. It's very like they got issues, they got problems that they got to figure out, and people are doing bad things.
Period accurate, and Wakanda felt consistent. It didn't feel like this version of Wakanda is some completely different from the Wakanda that we've experienced in the films. Okay. It seems like consistent. It's all the same Wakanda, just different time periods. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Those are my likes.
And your dislikes?
My main dislike, and I'll blame this on myself.
Okay.
Was it very clear that this was going to be a War Dog series?
Yeah, the description, yes.
It was.
The synopsis said that it was going to be about I don't know if they used the term war dogs, but they did mention people going back to find Wakanda artifacts.
Okay, so
yeah,
I blame myself for this. I didn't look up any materials on the show because I wanted to go in completely blind.
Okay.
But I assumed that it would be different Black Panthers through the history. So after the first episode, it was like, okay, it's a war dog. Okay, we can explore war dogs because we don't get a lot of war dog focus. Mm-hmm. We only get like Lupita. Yeah. And then the second episode is like another war dog. Okay.
Where's Black Panther?
And then there was no Black Panther until the last episode, and the last episode was a future story.
Yeah, so it is not mainly focused on her as Black Panther.
I wish there was more Black Panthers in this.
You know, I feel like when this first got announced, maybe we all did assume it was going to be about different Black Panthers.
Was this also supposed to be the Dora Milaje series?
I think that was different.
That was different? Okay.
I think that was different. Let me... You know what? Now that you bring it up,
I thought this was going to focus on different Black Panthers through history.
You're right. I'm just reading through the Wikipedia page about like how it came to be.
Okay.
It says the storyboard artist was revealed to have pitched the series to Marvel and Coogler. By the way, Ryan Coogler's production company, is the producer behind this. I didn't mention that. So Ryan Coogler was involved. No, it looks like. It says it was described as an anthology adjacent, giving each short story each time period from a larger continuous narrative. Mm-hmm. So it actually doesn't mention calling the series a giant spy espionage that spans time.
So nothing specifically Black
It
Panther.
Doesn't say, from what I'm reading, it doesn't seem like it was ever specifically Black Panther.
I wish this was specifically Black Panther.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. I mean, you literally could have had the same storyline and it'd be Panthers instead of war dogs.
I mean, in some senses, it would have made more sense because against the lion, you're sending one lone war dog. That's the parallel there. I thought that this would be a Black Panther type of villain.
Yeah,
lion.
The lion ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, like I wouldn't send. I mean, I love Nakia, but I wouldn't send Nakia against Killmonger, a fully powered Killmonger.
Right. He got like toys and tricks and all things, and that's all vibranium based, right? So she doesn't have army. And he got a whole like fleets of people.
So I thought it was weird that they sent Noni.
Okay.
I was like, this seems like something that, the sitting Black Panther should be taking. This is an army. You send Noni against all these people by herself.
That's interesting.
That's a risk.
It is. It is. And it's funny because the lion actually said, they sent you here to die. And I was like, did they actually?
I was like, that sounds about right. Because why did they think that you could do this?
And she actually doesn't kill him. No. He sets off a bomb and kills himself.
It's by stroke of luck she lives.
Yes, because she lands into the water.
The blast radius.
Right. But, so yeah, she's taking, and she goes back and she actually says like, I failed. I didn't bring him back or the stuff back. And the Dora Milaje leader is kind of like, oh, it's okay. Like you proven that your loyalty or whatever. But yeah, it's a good point.
The series is great. I had a really good time, but there were the villains and some key moments of the series made me wonder why Black Panther would be relevant in a world where the war dogs are this capable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first episode, she pretty good.
Yeah.
She's pretty good.
Because
she's real good.
Nakia is the only war dog we've seen in the movies, but...
Okay. I'm just reading to see if I'm finding... No, it says, Nate Moore said they discussed multiple ideas for featuring Black Panther characters.
Yeah.
But they were wary about distracting from the cinematic experience of the franchise. Okay. It was revealed to focus on stories from different Wakandan warriors throughout history. So yeah, it has always been about. But you make a good point.
And like
it would have been a different show, but it still would have been good.
Like Iron Fist tore up all them people inside the palace and didn't run into the sitting Black Panther once.
Like nobody called him. Like
was he on vacation?
Right, because she's an intruder, right? She's an outsider, so somebody would have been
there
like
for a while.
Had him on the button, like push the Black Panther button.
Don't they got like sensors when there's an intruder that lets people know that there's a superpowered being running around the castle?
Yeah,
beating everybody up.
You have fair points.
And they're not black.
She ain't black.
No.
By the way. You just fair. That's a fair. That's a fair dislike.
Only dislike was
that's a fair dislike.
If that was the case, I think the scale of some of the threats should have been reduced, but then it would have been as fine. So
you're right. The fight sequence probably would have been as good.
If the Iron Fist wasn't in it.
Yeah,
So,
agree.
Yeah.
Agree. All right. So that was our likes and dislikes. We kind of discussed the ending of each episode. So the ending is that if they didn't put the axe back, Black Panther wouldn't happen.
Yeah. So, and every episode ends happily. So, because it has to tie up to the beginning of Black Panther 1 so that the rest of that goes smoothly.
Right. So do you have a favorite episode or a favorite line or scene?
My favorite episode would be Lost and Found.
Okay. The one with Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine would be the last Black Panther.
Okay. I mean, it is fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun episode.
It's
a fun
fun
story. It has a lot going on.
Right.
It's very climactic as a conclusion.
It
I
is.
just did like some elements.
I guess I like the idea. I like the idea of a Black Panther coming from the future, and she was very like techie.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I like is the fact. Now she's not the main focus, but I do like the fact that she showed up and she was like, "I'm trying to like show y'all what's going on. I'm trying to fix this." They was handling their own in the future, but they was about to be down to their last warrior because them bugs was eating them up. Yeah. So
yeah, I like the fact that in every time period they were like super advanced.
Yeah, they were more advanced than the people that they were fighting alongside or fighting against.
Yeah, like so at all times.
Wakanda always been ahead, and they didn't change that for this series.
Yeah,
so I like that. All right, any random notes?
No random notes.
Do I have any random notes? Nope, I don't think. Oh, I like the intro. The style of the intro was good. It's like hand drawn.
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yeah. I don't think I mentioned that. And then, let's give our rating.
Okay.
Out of 5 Nicole Kidmans, I'm going to give this a 4.
I'm going to give it a 4 too.
Okay. Yeah. They actually could have thrown in a couple more episodes, in my personal opinion.
They could have, but I think that I would have also rather them have released it all as once too. It's only 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I agree with the all at once and not the weekly 30 minutes.
Because the 30 minutes non-connected, so.
Right. So you don't really need to do that when they're not connected. So yeah, I like the release. I know people don't like when they do that, but I like the release schedule of this one.
My only complaint was the last episode. Okay. My only complaint. And the fact that it could have featured more Black Panthers. But if that was not the plan, then that's not necessarily a critique.
That's a personal.
Yeah,
it's personal
preference.
I take one off because I feel like it could have been more episodes. Like I would have, or they could have been maybe like 5 or 10 minutes longer to kind of flesh out more of like what happens with the war dog like after they come back.
Yeah,
we don't get much of that. So, but that's still good. 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah, and I guess they all had to end happy. I thought it was weird by the time I was getting to the end of episode 3. It's like they're all ending very happily.
I don't know if that second one ended happy though. When he has to kill Achilles. Because he kind of that episode ends with him being like, I'm not happy at home.
They end correctly.
Okay.
Like there's no issues.
There's no messiness.
Yeah. Really. They all end very clean and nice and wrapped up in a bow. And I thought that was weird until you get to the last episode. It's like, well, it has to because the future, all of these
has
episodes
to line
depend
up.
on the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, that's fair. All right. So like I said before, if you liked Killers of Killers or Terminator Zero, I think you would enjoy this one.
Yeah.
So you should check it out.
Yeah. They
all out. They 30 minutes, 2 hours. You can chill, watch it, have some popcorn, 2 bags of popcorn. And you be good.
Yeah.
All right, so do we want to hop into our Alien Earth one?
Sure.
All right, you switch the background.
The background has switched.
All right, we officially in Alien Earth territory. So Alien Earth officially releases August 12th. So if you are listening to this before August 12th, we are in the future or the past. Whatever. Work it out yourself. The movie, it ain't out yet. Is what I'm trying to say. So what they are actually going to do is release the first 2 episodes August 12th.
Oh, first 2.
Yep, and then it's going to be weekly.
Nice, so I have something new to watch on the 12th.
Right, because I was like, we going to have to wait until the week after to see the second episode. But I looked up the release schedule. Nice. So first and second episode released August 12th of this year. The director of this is Noah Hawley, who was the director and writer for Fargo. Mm-hmm. Legion, Fargo, the TV series.
Yes.
Legion and Bones, all TV shows.
Yes.
So he is familiar with TV show space. Cast and characters of Alien Earth include, let me get my list up. We have Wendy, who is played by Cindy Chandler, who I'm not familiar with.
I'm not familiar with her either.
Okay. And then as we get into like the description, we'll say who all these people are. But anywho, Timothy Oliphant plays Kirsch, who is she's Wendy. He is Wendy's mentor.
Mickey Altieri, Scream 2, second Ghostface.
Okay. Wait, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, Timothy Olyphant been all over the place as
Yeah,
well.
he was in Scream too.
He's also in Terminator Zero, which we just talked about. Alex Lothar plays CJ Hermit, who is I don't want to spoil it, so I'll just say he's a human.
Mm-hmm.
He's a human. And then we have Samuel Blinken, who plays Boy Cavalier. Mm-hmm. Now he is important because he's a human. He's a CEO of a rival corporation called Prodigy, who is rival to Weyland-Yutani.
Yes.
So we have not had first episode. We do not get any Weyland-Yutani. Well, we get an image of somebody, but they don't talk.
Name drop too.
Yes.
So it's being run by a woman.
Right.
Which is
I'm looking down this cast list. Yeah. But they don't have in this first episode. They don't have much of a presence.
No. Well,
yeah.
The ship is Weyland-Yutani.
I was gonna say, as I said it, I was like, that's actually
they're
incorrect.
There, but no.
Their presence is felt.
Yeah,
their human presence ain't felt. Let's put it that way. And then we also have Babu Sise, who plays Morrow, and Morrow is a synthetic.
I think he's a hybrid.
Hybrid.
Yeah, he has a robot arm.
Yes. So, Jay probably gonna explain it when he say the plot. So I'm not gonna say it yet about the different groups of types of people that are in this.
Okay.
So I'll save that. But I already mentioned 8 episodes. First and 2 are gonna drop together, and then it's weekly. And then we don't have no budget, no box office, no cinema score, no Rotten Tomatoes, because it's a TV show and it ain't out yet. All right, Jay, hit us with the plot of Alien Earth.
Okay, so the plot of Alien Earth is, I believe this is taking place after Alien 1.
This is 2 years before Alien 1.
2 years before Alien 1.
Correct. Yep, that's what Wikipedia says.
Interesting. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. So 2 years before Alien 1, there is a ship that has crash landed back onto Earth, a Weyland-Yutani ship that was sent out into space 10 years ago to the darkest corners of space to pick up 5 different species from different alien worlds. The species broke out from containment, caused the ship to crash. The ship has crashed on the property of Prodigy Corporation, which gives them jurisdiction to go in and investigate the crash. And they're going in to investigate the crash and to retrieve the alien specimens from the ship.
Right. And I guess at this point of the episode, they don't know what's on it.
They just know that there is going to be something of value from Weyland-Yutani.
Yes, because they're like, oh, this Weyland-Yutani, this jackpot.
Yeah, so they're going into a storm. Yeah.
And it should also, I will also note that the vessel that crashes is the Megagot.
I think he said it once when we were in the panel. Okay. So yeah, Maginot. I'm sorry, Maginot.
Oh, Maginot. That is way more fancy.
Yeah.
I was like, maggot?
No.
That don't sound right.
Maginot.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into you want to do non-spoiler thoughts?
Sure.
Okay, so this is gross.
Yes.
So nasty, y'all.
It's so nasty. It is in line
with all the other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing's changed.
So we saw this in Hall H at Comic-Con, and the freaking speakers were like the loudest thing I've ever heard. Like louder than the movie theaters.
It's because it's in a gymnasium.
Oh
so it doesn't have like the padded movie theater walls that absorb it.
It sits like 6,000 people if you're curious of its size. And it's got multiple screens so you can see from like different angles and whatnot. And it is loud.
Yeah.
So every...
Oh yeah, it's nasty.
So loud. I was like, so gross. It looks good though. That is not a complaint. It looks very good. I like all the characters. We don't get some of the side characters first episode. So we don't get some of the side characters. They don't talk too much. But the main characters, so Wendy, Timothy Olyphant's character, Morrow, and the boy genius, I think they call him, who's the CEO of Prodigy. I like all of that. All of them are good. I'm very interested. You can kind of already tell who's good and evil, who don't know no better.
Yeah.
They're any good, actually?
Yeah, Wendy's nice.
Oh, right. She was the don't know no better.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah.
She don't know no better yet. But I like all the characters. I'm very interested in where they go. Even the ones I am suspicious of, like Timothy Olyphant's character. I don't quite know what's going on with him. Yeah. And then, is that it for spoiler? I feel like everything else I have a spoiler. So I'm gonna start right there. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. That's
Yes.
the biggest takeaway that I can give that's non-spoiler.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
No. So my spoiler thoughts are: it is also very gross, but I like that it's in line with the rest of the franchise.
Ooh.
So it's very practical effect heavy.
Stuff crawling in the ears.
There's definitely some CGI with some of we don't get introduced to all of the monsters, but we get introduced to some of the monsters that are like little tiny critter looking monsters or octopus looking.
The ones that like you can't see where they going.
Or creepy octopus eyeball looking monster thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Nasty.
So we get some CGI, but the xenomorph is real. It's a guy in a suit. Which that's what we like from our xenomorphs.
And we get it the first episode. Yeah. Like the first 30 minutes.
CGI xenomorph is always looks wonky.
Glistening.
Yeah. So
it's shiny.
We get nice, slimy, actual practical effect xenomorph.
Shiny.
It gets you right into the like as soon as the episode opens, it puts you right back into Alien 1979. Like
it does.
The way it opens,
the
way
crew.
the way it introduces you to the characters,
the
ship crash, the synthetics, everything. You feel like you're right back in the world.
Agree.
Which
and they make it look. It's not a film grain, but somehow they filmed it. It looks old.
Yeah,
which is weird
because even though this is in the future, it still follows the aesthetic of this is what we thought the future would look like in the 80s.
Right.
So it's kind of the past a little. So it's like army green jumpsuits they think everybody was going to wear in the future.
Yeah.
Everybody's in an army green jumpsuit.
Right.
And smoking a cigarette
no
indoors.
Style.
Still smoking cigarettes indoors. I loved when they do that. To try to remind
That's how
you
that
know
it's old.
We thought we'd be smoking cigarettes indoors forever.
Ugh. We thought we'd be smoking forever.
Right.
Cut that out too.
I'm interested to see episode 2.
Yeah.
This episode 1 has a lot of people in it, but they don't all make it, and I don't get the sense that everybody's gonna make it. So I'm just
have you seen the trailer?
There's a lot of people in it.
Have you seen the trailer? 2 people gonna make it out this scene.
And they do a very interesting thing with the rival company Prodigy.
What do you mean?
So, in a world where you would think Whaling China would be the worst company in the world,
it's
not.
No.
So they do a good job with making Prodigy
somehow
seem like a good competitor to Whaling Utani in a very short period of time.
And the CEO is called Boy Genius because he's young.
Boy Cavalier.
Cavalier, and he's like a trillionaire.
So he is the first person who discovered how to transfer human bodies into synthetic bodies.
And of course, ain't nobody doing nothing good with that.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, worse. Yeah. I mean, equally bad. Whatever.
They do a good job at establishing Prodigy Corporation as an equally bad parallel company to Whaling China that's just also evil.
Yeah,
and awful.
He just looks evil. Yeah. Like he not up to no good.
And mysteries. There's a lot of questions I have. I have questions about the Whaling Utani ship.
Yeah.
So basically the way the first episode starts off is it sets up that we're going to be doing a lot of time jumping between the present day and figuring out the rest of what happened on the ship.
Yes.
The series kind of starts out with the ship crash.
Yeah.
And we know that there are aliens on the ship, but we don't know where they went, where they picked them up, and where everything started going wrong on the...
Right. We don't see how the crash happened.
Yeah.
We just see the crash happening.
There's one survivor, and we don't really know their motives other than the fact that they're working for Whaling Utani.
I know his motives.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who works for Whaling Utani, you can just assume is evil.
And he's like a hybrid synthetic of some sort, so you know what he about.
But other than the fact that there are companies, and also there's supposed to be other companies outside of Prodigy Corp that are supposed to appear in this as well, which is interesting because on the San Diego Comic-Con offsite, they only feature Prodigy Corp. So
they did. I'm assuming those are the big dogs.
So the other companies, are they supposed to be like big factors? Or are they just supposed to be like small other
Maybe
factors?
they're like movie studios. There's Disney, there's Warner Brothers, there's everybody else.
The episode 1 definitely doesn't give you everything. There's definitely everybody's got a secondary motive. I mean, I don't even know what Wendy's up to fully.
I think I know, but I think she gonna...
I have an idea, but I don't know how she's gonna pull it off.
She's an interesting... Well, I guess we'll get to that in our characters. She's interesting.
Yeah, she's interesting. All of the characters are interesting. They do a good job of making all the characters interesting.
Agree.
Yeah.
The ones that made it.
Yes.
In the first episode.
So that's all I'll say for non-spoiler.
All right, so that is it for our non-spoiler thoughts of episode 1. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip.
Yep.
Come back and watch the rest of the show with us. But we're going to get to our spoilers here in 3 and 2 and 1. And for this one, we are going to talk about the characters, at least the main 4.
Yeah, and we don't have a lot of notes because we only got one episode worth of them.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk about each of the characters, what we think, what we suspect, and then we'll keep going. So first up, we have Sydney Chandler, who is Wendy. Mm-hmm. Now, Wendy is the first person who's a hybrid, and a hybrid is a person who has their mind, a human mind, placed into a synthetic body.
Yes.
So she retains her memories of being a human, but she gets put into a robot, essentially.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing about Wendy is that she is a child. She's like 12.
Yeah.
And they put her into an adult synthetic body because the bodies don't grow up, right? They robots, so they don't evolve because they're not human.
Yeah.
So one of the things, and that's one of the questions we had, is why they putting this little girl in a grown woman body.
Yeah.
It's because the bodies don't change. Like she got to be put in a adult body because it's not gonna grow up.
Yeah.
So that was good. Wendy is very much like, well, she was sick, and that's why they did it. That's their quote unquote excuse.
Yeah.
And we don't see anything about any parents. We do know that she has a brother.
So her mom died, and she had a dad.
Okay.
But they, according to her, they told her dad and her brother that she had died.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So they think her brother thinks that she is dead.
Yes.
So Wendy basically turns into this first hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
She's very confused. She's like, she has an adult body now, so she's not like trying to figure out how to work it. And there's also the thing of like how human do they make her? Because they're trying to pump her up with like different like human, what do you want to call it? Juice?
Yeah, basically. So they are, because she doesn't have an organic body and
she can't feel certain things.
Hormones and thoughts and moods. They said moods are generated by the body. You don't have a body, so we give you artificial moods.
Yeah, so she's trying to work it out, but she's super strong. She's strong, she fast, just like the boy Cavalier would want. Mm-hmm. She's jumping off of cliffs and whatnot, not breaking ankles. Mm-hmm. But she's also the person that they use. She's kind of like the welcome committee.
Yeah.
She is the person she's a salesperson. She's a spokesperson
she's a success story
for being the first hybrid. So, but she still has her human brain though, or her human consciousness. So she still has human thoughts and human wishes, especially as it comes to her brother. But I like the character. I like the actress. Like I said, we don't know too much about her because it's just been the first episode. But she is very much about, to me, it seemed like her brother.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting for somebody who's a hybrid.
Yeah. I like Wendy. She instantly was a likable character. She fits the Ripley Rain frame of a final girl for this type of franchise. Mm-hmm. She's smart. She's fearless. I thought it was interesting that they went with the 12-year-old girl in a human body, but it makes more sense because she's naive, so she does not understand what going against a xenomorph is like. And now that she's in a robot body, why would she be afraid? Yeah,
so, she's not grown up.
Yeah,
mentally yet. So yeah,
I was a little confused. So for Alien fans to go into this, it's good to know that this movie ignores Prometheus and Alien Covenant, which are the Ridley Scott prequels before Alien. Which means that I was confused because basically this sets up that not all synthetics are Weyland-Yutani. Other corporations have robots too.
Okay, yeah,
because
you're right.
In the Alien world, all robots are Weyland-Yutani. They're the only people who make robots.
Nope.
So other companies have other synthetics. So she's not a Weyland-Yutani synthetic because I was like, so they're not part of Weyland-Yutani, but they're making synthetics. That's weird.
Yeah, and this is technically more advanced.
And Weyland-Yutani does not, and it makes more sense because when we get down to Romulus, for example, when we get to Andy's still just a regular synthetic.
Yes.
But
who needs some help.
It makes sense that Weyland-Yutani doesn't know how to do this. That's why there are no hybrids. That's why there are no synthetics and humans in synthetic bodies.
That makes sense.
Throughout the rest of the franchise.
Okay, because they're not Weyland-Yutani.
Because they're not Weyland-Yutani.
That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
But
as far as the character, I really liked her. I like the fact that she has a outside motivation, a living brother.
Yeah.
That she wants to try to save.
Which is an interesting goal to have when you don't die.
It's an interesting goal to have.
I was like, oh, girl.
When you don't die.
She's 12. She ain't really, I don't think it's fully formed in her brain yet. How is it supposed to work?
No, yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah. So
it was like, oh no. Is she thinking about this?
Yeah.
I don't think she's thinking about that.
All right, so next character we have is Kirsch, who's played by Timothy Olyphant. Kirsch is Wendy's synthetic mentor and trainer. He is a prodigy synthetic.
I don't know his angle.
Yeah, Kirsch seems evil.
It seemed like he wants the best maybe for Wendy, but I don't know what else he up to.
I think all the good synthetics are the hybrids.
Okay, and then the OG synthetics kind of like old tech, new tech situation.
Timothy Olyphant definitely seems evil. Definitely seems like he's prodigy first. There's a conversation he's having with the doctor lady about Wendy, and he's like, she's not human.
Oh yeah, don't try to make her human.
Why are we trying to treat her like she's human?
You're right.
He tries to convince her that her brother's going to die. Whether she saves him or not, he's going to grow old and die anyway. She needs to be okay with that.
The end speech he gives to her, I was like, is you her friend or not?
He sounded like Ash. He was sounding a little ashy.
Yeah, kind of like, you will never die, so why are you trying to save somebody who is going to die?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, that's her.
And the plight of human life is nothing.
Y'all literally y'all should have wiped their memories if that was going to be the case. But y'all didn't. So what do you mean?
But we also don't know... Is he speaking from a place of jealousy because he will never be human?
So he's missing some things.
We also don't know why they're doing this. So
why are we putting humans? Like, I get the angle of like, we're saving people's lives, but come on, they don't need to be super strong.
It's the future. You're not doing it because it's benevolent.
Why does she need to be Superman?
You name the city after the name of the company, so y'all aren't doing this out of the goodness of your hearts.
Yeah, and everybody seems like who works in the city is like a prodigy employee.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Housing.
I don't like it. Yeah. It's giving Severance.
But Timothy Olyphant is always good. Interested to see more of his character and if my suspicions of him being evil are true.
I don't know, man.
But it doesn't seem like he's the only bad synthetic, so.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of synthetics, I'm just kidding. We're going to save him for last. Alex Lawther plays CJ Hermit, and CJ Hermit is
Wendy's brother.
Wendy's live brother who thinks she's dead.
So her older brother who thinks she's dead, he is working as a medic for Prodigy Corps military. And
he is sent into the crash of the Weyland-Yutani ship.
Because it happens to crash in the same city he's in.
Correct. So Wendy is, and it seems like she's not supposed to be doing this, but Wendy is following her brother around.
Right.
Like, because she's using the technology or whatever to look at cameras or whatever. So she knows where he is at all times. And she catches the fact that he's going to the ship, and she uses that. She doesn't say that. Well, Timothy Kirsch knows, but she doesn't blatantly say, I want to go help these people out, because the ship crashes in like a neighborhood. On top of like an apartment building. So people need to be rescued. And that's why CJ goes, because he's a medic. Well, she's like, why not use us? We can help, send us hybrids out here. We're stronger. We're better, whatever. She really want to go out there to go get her brother.
Right.
So CJ don't know none of this, by the way. CJ don't know what's on the ship. CJ's just trying to do his job.
Yeah, this is just a regular day on the work. I mean, it's a strange day because it's a spaceship crash, but this is a regular day of work for him.
We'll see if CJ makes it. I feel like
he will.
By default, he will.
I think he'll be the only one.
But I don't know if he's going to have all his limbs.
I think he'll make it. I don't think any of the rest of the people sent in with him will make it, which makes me sad for Black Girl with the braids.
Yeah. She got a little funky attitude, though.
Yeah. But it seems like she's his girlfriend or something, or at least his good friend.
So?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she calls him sweetheart or something.
I thought that was she was being
they're
sarcastic.
At least close. So it seems like they at least are close. So,
okay. Yeah. It does seem like they've worked together for a while.
Yeah.
I'll give that. But we don't have too much to say about CJ. He kind of came in at the end. We do know that that's her brother. And we'll see what happens with him. I think he's losing at least an arm.
Yeah. Samuel Blinken plays Boy Cavalier. He's the human CEO of the Prodigy Corporation. By the way, these are all the people who appeared at the panel. Everybody's on our cast.
Oh, yes. Correct. We did also
panel.
Laugh.
So who is he? He is like an eccentric younger person, younger adult CEO who you could imagine a regular younger adult CEO in the real world.
He reminds me of a CEO in a movie that was like super young.
He reminds me of. He's
like Lex Luthor.
Yes, I was gonna say. He reminds me of Jesse Eisner. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Eisenberg.
Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor from Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, but not as annoying.
No, not as annoying.
He's not as annoying because the actor is more kind of stealthy.
He has the same energy.
Yes, like he's trying to play I'm a good guy and this and that, but when he gets down to it's a shot of him staring off into what's going on, you're like, that's not good.
He doesn't seem goofy.
Yeah.
He seems like a sinister person playing nice.
He's an extroverted, sinister person.
So the only thing we know about him, Boy Cavalier, is that he is the only person in the first person to crack how to transfer human bodies into synthetic bodies. And the reason he's doing that is because people won't die that way. That's what he's saying.
Sure.
We don't know why he wants to start with sick kids. Maybe they're good first experiments because they're dying anyway.
Yeah, so he gets a bunch of sick kids, and there's a really good montage scene of them going from being kids to hybrids.
There's a lot going on in that scene.
It is, but you just know it's not good.
Yeah,
and I think they all say he's the first trillionaire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he starts off the transfer with showing the kids an image of Peter Pan on the ceiling.
It's actually a video of Peter Pan.
As the movie, essentially, as they're doing the procedure. It's also not lost on me that the island that the research is being done on is called Neverland Island.
Oh. Lord.
Yeah, because they do the title card. So the research island that's
You're
off
right.
the grid is called Neverland.
That's the name of the first episode.
He shows the kid Neverland when he's taking them from their human body to their synthetic body because essentially they're dying. It's a funeral.
It is.
Because they're laying on the table, they hold a bouquet of flowers like they're dying on their deathbed, and then they're transferred into their new synthetic body, and their old body is put into a body bag and disposed of.
Zipped up.
So essentially they're dying. It's a death
Funeral.
and rebirth.
Yeah, at the same time.
So it's
multiple times.
The messaging, the Neverland, the Peter Pan, the death, and the flying off
job.
is a lot.
He got too much money to be good.
So there's no chance that he's gonna be a good guy.
No,
he's definitely evil.
He probably will live.
Yeah,
I think so.
we know he has some type of rivalry, of course, with Weyland-Yutani.
Yep.
There's a mention of when he decides to go in to confiscate the ship and whatever is inside of it. One of his henchmen mentions that Miss Yutani is going to be upset about that, and he says she can get over it.
Oh yeah.
The only other time we've seen Miss Yutani is in the Sinai Lathan Alien vs. Predator movie.
Okay, I feel like there was a shot of her when they were like doing the "this is who" and "this is" like when they were doing the explaining the different corporations. I feel like there was a shot of somebody, but she don't say nothing.
It might be.
It's very quick. I guess we should also mention that he does not go with the hybrids to the crash. Yeah. He stays behind. So he like, sure, I ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Babu Sise plays Morrow. I think this is the most interesting character in the first episode.
So Morrow is, when we open up the scene of the first episode, Morrow is obviously the leader of the crew.
So he's the Weyland-Yutani crew.
Yes. Yeah. Of the Weyland on the ship before it crashed.
He's the only character we get.
And and he is obviously in charge. Like, you know, some people don't really seem to like that, and I think that's probably because he's a synthetic, but he's very much taking charge. He's very much about the mission. And after it crashes, he survives because he gets down to like a bunker before a xenomorph comes in. And when he emerges, he is still about the mission. He don't care nothing about who might have survived. He says something along the lines of like, some of the samples are contained, but I don't know where the rest of them at. I need to go find them. Yeah. He also ties up some medics and leads them to death. Morrow is very much like, I'm here to do my job.
Because he's acting like a synthetic, but he's not. He's a person who just has a robot arm. So he's treating the rest of the humans like they're not people.
He's obviously, so he's not a hybrid. He's like part synthetic.
Yeah, he's not a hybrid. He just has one synthetic arm. And I guess the giveaway is that the xenomorph would not have attacked him if he was a synthetic.
Oh, you're right. And we actually see his arm turn into something, right?
Yeah, he has like a Terminator 2 arm.
Yes. Which looks pretty cool. I like the effect on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what Morrow's like. He's obviously about the job, but then it's kind of like, but is you gonna help anybody out?
No, he definitely wants to. I'm not sure if he wants to. Well, he definitely wants to keep the site contained and get the aliens back in their cages. But it seems like he wants to do it. Chuck. He wants to do it just so that Weyland-Yutani can come in and swoop them up. Not like he wants to stop the mission.
Yeah, he's
he totally sacrificed his crew.
Listen, one of his crewmates was trying to come in because he was in like the room with Mother talking, and he says they all dead, but there's one chick on the other side of the door, and I'm like, but she not dead. Yeah. And then she ends up getting dead. It's like, you ain't gonna help her out? No. Okay, well, I don't dislike. I don't like Morrow.
I don't like Morrow.
I was gonna say I don't dislike the actor, but as him as a character,
He works for the company.
I don't like him. He already done sacrificed people and let them die, and then he tying up innocent medics who ain't done nothing
and letting them die.
I was just kind of like, Morrow, I ain't about your life right now. I hope you don't get it. I mean, I hope you do get it and don't make it.
Yeah. So those are the characters. We only get 3 monsters. So we get the xenomorph monster, of course. We get a couple shots at the facehugger. Through the crash site, we can see that the facehugger obviously jumped on 1 or 2 crew members and caused a chest burster, and that's how the xenomorph got out. We have some type of octopus-looking thing that has a giant eyeball on it that lives in a tank that we don't see how it got out, but we know it got out because the tank was broken at the end of the crash. And we have some type of like caterpillar worm-looking monsters that attach to your neck and suck out the blood and swell up and then roll off. But I'm wondering if
like a balloon.
I'm wondering if that's where the eyeball monsters come from. Like
like it's an egg situation.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Why
but
not
definitely
be disgusting?
Gross. Everything's gross. Everything's slimy. Everything bites. Everything's got pincers.
That's what it sounds like in the hall.
I
was like, turn it
down. Lots of goop and blood.
Goop, ooze, blood, screaming, hollering, shaking, crying, throwing up. So, all of it is happening.
But we do get a full xenomorph reveal. But after the crash, we don't see it again. So we can assume it's just lurking around the ship until it eventually leaves. And I'm assuming gets out into the wild.
Going to the grocery store, get some snacks.
Yeah. Somebody at the panel did ask a good question. They did say, are we going to get a good surprise 4th act hybrid? Like we do in the rest of the Alien movies. And they didn't say.
That girl asked another question that couldn't be answered at the previous panel. I was like, girl, why are you asking questions you know they can't answer?
They didn't say, but the ship had more than 1 facehugger on it. And we only have 1 xenomorph. So that means there's the potential for 2 other weird-looking xenomorphs to come out of this.
It's about to be a party.
Yeah.
Nasty party, but a party indeed.
All right, you want to talk about any likes and dislikes?
I think I went through all of them. I don't think I have any. I don't even have any dislikes.
No,
really.
It was only 1 episode.
Yeah, so I don't have any dislikes so far. I'm just very interested in what we about to run into.
Yeah, I think episode 1 was a general like. I like the opening. Okay. If you were to say I'm gonna make an Alien series, this is the first Alien series. This is exactly what I would want it to look like.
Okay.
So I'm satisfied.
It's going to be interesting watching the 2nd episode on my much smaller TV.
Yeah.
I have to turn the volume all the way up to recreate the experience. Turn all the lights off.
Did you have a favorite line or scene?
Favorite scene? I actually like the scene when we first get Wendy talking to Timothy Oliphant and a doctor.
About having boobs?
Yeah. She was kind of like, they're weird. Like, I don't, because she was 12, right? But now she's in a grown woman body and they're trying to explain to her. And she's like, I don't like this. Can we do something about this? This is strange.
And one thing Alien franchise does is they do the good fake science where they were like, well, we put you in a human body, so we have to give you these fake hormones so that you feel like you're growing up because you're not.
I like that whole interaction because you can tell she's trying to, because she's still 12, right? You can tell she's trying to figure out, but they adults trying to explain. And then they tell her like, oh, we have new kids coming to go through the same thing. She's like, oh, I'm not going to be alone. And they were like, but you got us. And she's like,
no, not anymore.
Boo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I that was my scene when we first get her when she's first become a hybrid.
Sidebar, I also like the actors and actresses for the other synthetic kids because they're good at acting like children in adult bodies.
You have to keep remembering that even though they look like they're young adults, these is like 12 and 13-year-olds or younger.
My favorite scene would be the opening. The whole opening was great. The slow title card reveal with the lines that they do one by one.
I did like that.
The way the ship looked. It opened exactly like the first. The music, it had the same music. And the crew waking up from the sleeping tubes like they did from the first one.
Somebody hit a cigarette on their person. And they woke up and lit
that
up.
was in the first. He immediately woke up and smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, that was funny.
They had the first meal together.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had the awkward guy. I hope we get some backstory on why he was so awkward.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back to the ship and spend more time with the crew and figure out how we got there.
Because in the first episode, they all die.
Right.
Besides Morrow, so we don't get no kind of nothing about any of them.
And we don't know if an alien caused the crash, or did Morrow cause the crash, or did another crew member cause the crash. We know that we know that
they got out.
They got out, but we don't know which animal started it off, because we get a shot of the face hugger. Whoever chest bursted in cryosleep.
Yes. But because it shows the shattered tube or whatever that they sleep in.
Right, but was that the first incident, or did somebody get face hugged? They didn't realize what was going to happen and they went to cryosleep,
or they was trying to help. They were trying to get people out of cryosleep
because face hugger was in the cryosleep tank.
We don't see any of it, which is why we have all these questions.
Did one of the other nasty monsters set it
We
off?
see the after effect, but did you recognize the black woman that was in the crew? The only black woman that was there. I think so.
No, I didn't recognize her from anything.
She is the doctor from Severance.
Is she?
Yeah.
Did you not recognize her? Because she ain't been back.
Right.
She barely been there.
She was in the show for like
and she left Mark high and dry.
Right.
So
yeah, she wasn't as much in the last season, and she's only in this for like 2 minutes.
Interesting.
But, yeah, it's the same one. I was like, there's no way she signed up for this to be in this for like 30 seconds. Something else is going on.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. No, but I didn't have any other random. Wait, let me check. Did I have any other random notes? Oh, I thought it was interesting that Boy Cavalier sent the synthetics out there with seemingly no training. Did they have any training to go be medics?
I think it's a test run. They're not. I think they're not going to be medics. He just wants to send them out there
to see what they can do. Because his assistant or whatever was like, "You sure you want to do this? Because they are all very expensive."
It would make sense that he uses them, dying kids who he lied to their parents and said that they were dead, as good test subjects before he does whatever his grand scheme is with
and he was just kind of like, whatever, send them out.
Because he seems very reckless for it. It looks like they cost $1 billion each,
right?
So they seem pretty reckless,
right? And
their exoskeletons look creepy. They look like scarier than the Terminators.
Yeah,
like the shots of what it looks like under the flesh.
Yeah, they little suits is nice though. They look real comfy.
Creepy. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was weird, and would have liked to see more of the original crew, but I guess we're gonna see that later.
I'm having a feeling they did something weird in the first episode where they constantly flashed to like scenes of destruction, but they were like incomplete.
Oh yeah, that was jarring.
That was very jarring.
Help me.
So I need more of that fleshed out.
Yes, for sure. All right, do you have anything else?
No.
All right, let's get into our rating for the first episode of Alien Earth. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
I'm going to give it a 5, yeah.
I didn't have no complaints. Jay, so the first episode was like an hour. Mm-hmm. And when it was going off, Jay was like, that's it? I was like, sir, we've been sitting here for an hour.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I'm assuming each episode is probably going to be about that long. But it felt like a good amount. Yeah. Like a good length. So 30 minutes would have been way too short. Any longer, we would have had a movie. So sure. I feel like that was a good time.
I'll give this a 5 out of 5. It felt just like watching an alien movie. Uh-huh. Sometimes when they do series spinoffs, I think of the best one I can think of recently is The Penguin. The Penguin still felt like a budget The Batman because it was on a budget within the Batman universe. It just didn't feel like budget.
No.
Alien. This felt like it was consistent. At least because Alien's good at like.
I was trying to find a budget on this, actually.
Alien's good at like practical effects, so they kept that in the show, so it looks the same as the movies. So this didn't feel like a watered down version of the movies. It just felt like it was in continuation. Line with it. Yeah.
So according to the FX Entertainment president, Gina, don't know how to say her last name, the scale of production of Alien Earth was much bigger than that of the FX miniseries Shogun, which had a budget of $250. So this show has a budget of higher than $250.
$250 million?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Romulus only had $80 million, but it also had unknowns. So, I mean, Kaylee Spaney and
this is also longer. You think about it. I mean, this is like 8 hours of content versus Alien was like an hour and a half or so. Yeah. So I think it'll
pay off.
I think so as well. I think so as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if they mentions anything about like a second season or anything like that. No. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, 5 out of 5 from both of us. Like I said, the first 2 episodes air August 12th. We will be keeping up with this. So you'll hear our thoughts as the whole season goes along. I don't know if we're going to do like wait to the end. Maybe we should do like 2 at a time. Or I don't know. Or maybe we'll just have an Alien Earth section of the episode until the show goes off. Be like a special feature.
Sure.
Until the end of September. So anything else for either show?
No, that's all I got.
All right. So thanks for listening.
Wait, you not watching anything next week?
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's because I know I'm going to be traumatized. I forgot. So next week we are watching
Weapons.
Jesus Christ. We're watching Weapons.
Yay.
What is being deemed the horrorest horror movie of the year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
say this. 2 hours is long.
It's 2 hours and 8 minutes of torture.
Nobody wants to be scared for 2 whole hours.
I saw somebody on Thread say that they love horror, but their wife is not going to go see it, so they got to see it by themselves. And even they are terrified. I was like, what?
Length is a factor. One of the things I enjoy about horror movies is that they're short.
No,
so
this ain't short.
This isn't.
So if the popcorn bucket is over my face for half of the movie, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, what happened?
So
what's going on?
I'm already interested in this movie, but I'm interested to see why it's 2 hours.
I don't know if it's going to be 2 hours of scare or just a bunch of dialogue.
They did say that it's going to be more than just what they've shown in the trailers happening. It's not just about the kids running off. There's
yes, they have established that it is the kids is just one part, and I'm just like, great. So there's probably a monster eating people underneath the sea or something.
There's a mystery. Very interested to see what this movie is about. Yeah, is it witchcraft?
We're going to find out. I'm trying to think of what movie I'm going to watch after, so I can go to sleep. Probably like something Marvel. Probably the Marvels.
Yeah, you should watch the Marvels.
I'll probably watch it with the lights on.
That's a good cherry on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoping my dog don't, like do some shit. I hope there's like no dog weirdness in this, because then it would be like, great, I got to home to my dog.
No, it's like the dog weirdness isn't together.
Yeah. Which I read the spoiler for. You'll probably like it. You'll probably like it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not watching that. I can't do 2 horror movies back to back. Are you crazy?
You want to check us out?
Yes. Now, for real, thank you for listening. If you like our show, please give it a share. You can give us a review on Apple Podcasts, on our website, or on your podcast app if they allow reviews. We appreciate it. Thank you. You can also leave us a message on our website, vaguelynerdypodcast.com, and we will play it on the show. If it's nice, if it's not nice, we will try to get you fired from your job. You can follow us on Threads and IG at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast. We're also on Blue Sky and Twitter as Vaguely Nerdy Pod. You can reach us at vaguelynerdypodcast@gmail.com. And if you're listening on a podcast app, you can watch our animated show on YouTube, where we are also Vaguely Nerdy Podcast. And if you want to give us a monetary donation, which goes to our hosting fees, you can find us at kofi.com/Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.